Oh, why my wine glass just hit the bowl like that? I'm not even drinking any wine. That was from last night. I never removed it from my desk. But yeah, collective. This is gonna be kind of like a part two or whatever from last night's reading, last night's live. Okay. I might be snacking throughout the reading, so if you don't like lives when people's eating, like it, irritates you or something, you might want to click off because I should have made I should have made more tacos because I ate the last couple tacos I had and I was still hungry, so I'm gonna be snacking. I'm gonna light some sage first. Oh, and I'm drinking watermelon water. I found this and it's so freaking good. I'm gonna make my own though, because it literally only has water, watermelon and lemon juice. I'm finna make my shit. I'm finna make this shit. I ain't finna keep buying this. This is expensive. I think it was about $3. $3 and something cents. Everything is about $4 now, $4 or $5. Sick of it. Okay. Hi, Samuel. Alright, I think I got everybody on the line. Let me just light some dragon's blood sage. Okay. I don't know why I want to show y'all shit that I bought today. Nothing crazy, okay? But I got me some more sage. Okay. Dragon's blood. I'm not sure which one this is. Oh my god, I forgot. I don't know why I don't say it, but it's not white sage. It's a different type of sage, but if you see, okay, this is darker here. It's darker, okay? And I think it's mixed with like a lighter, like, like how white sage would look, but it has like some darker pieces of sage in it. And I got the dragon's blood sage. Five Below, y'all. Get you some chakra incense. Even, what I'm saying, if you feel like shit, what I'm saying, like buying, like, how like some people feel like, oh, buying crystals at like Five Below or like Walmart is like, oh, it's fake crystals. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the intention. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you are doing something with intention, of like you lighting this root chakra incense right here with the intention of clearing your root chakra, it's gonna work regardless. It don't matter, like, you know what I'm saying, if it's fake or you feel like whatever. I don't know, some people have that opinion, right? And then I got this candle. I just needed a yellow candle and I didn't feel like ordering from two places, so Sun and Light. Oh, I thought I got the wrong candle, but actually, well, she told me that they didn't have this candle, but supposedly they do have this candle because I'm looking at the candle that I did order. I'm crying. So some of you guys, that's significant to the reading because the title is called Instant Gratification. While I was typing, it typed grad. Okay, I know it is graduation season. All right, so some of you guys could be graduating, but I also feel like this is a spiritual elevation happening here. But yeah, you could be, basically you're putting out the manifestation for something. Something could be being reneged, or they're saying like, oh, we don't have that, we got to look again. My Instacart literally says that they did not have this and they replaced this candle, but I got the candle that I ordered. This is the exact candle that I ordered. They say on the Instacart though that they replaced it with another candle, which is a complete lie. Like, so I don't know, something like that could be happening. JT, what? I don't know why. Did you say JT? No, it said it looks like blue sage and dragon's blood. Thank you, Juniper Tarot and astrology. Hey, you got into it then. That's really pretty. Yeah, and this is made with peonies. I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? And suede. They're flowers and they smell good as fuck, okay? But basically I wanted to get like the closest to yellow that I could get, and because it says sun and light, I figured I could just get this candle because I didn't feel like making two freaking separate orders. So yeah. Oh, and then I found this collapsible. Sorry, I don't know why I feel like I don't know why I feel like doing motherfucking what's it called? Shopping haul in the midst of this reading. I found the collapsible picnic basket that my daughter has been asking for. Okay, she likes to picnic. We like to picnic. But I'm gonna get like one of those traditional ones, but this was $5.55. Okay, literally. It was $5.55. And it's collapsible. Okay. Even though I gotta push the size down a little, it is $5. You get what you pay for. But I do like the fact that it's kind of like a material that is kind of more durable, I like that. And then I could store it, in the back of something, put it in between something. I like that. I've been looking for because I like to go outside with my cards, bring some snacks and whatnot, I like it. I don't know. And the fact that it's yellow. I feel like yellow is like prominent in this reading. So it's giving your solar plexus. I'm gonna light the solar plexus chakra incense because I lit the root chakra one, I lit the sacral, and I put the solar plexus one on my altar and a reminder to light that one because I'm doing them one at a time. And it's funny because I'm up to the solar plexus incense right now. Okay. So if you don't have the money to get Reiki, to get a Reiki candle, whatever, you can go get you some incense at Five Below. Okay, period. Clear them chakras. Even you could even listen to a meditation on YouTube for free. Okay, they have a 3-hour 3-hour 7 chakra clearing meditation. Okay. No, I love spiritual shopping hauls. Okay, period. So I guess you found you the right live. That's really pretty. I guess it's meant to be then. Okay, period. Yep, if you don't like tarot cards and oracle cards and channeled messages and godly mystical shit, this is not the reading or live for you. So click up or click down or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of fun today. I don't know why. Not that I don't know why. I had a pretty good day. I guess. The kids, they did painting. We had a little paint play date, whatever, with my daughter and her friend. Right? So we was just chilling. I mean, if you think clearing your chakras is witchcraft, I mean, it's, to each his own. I don't know. I don't know. 11:11. If you think prayer candles are witchcraft, like I said, to each his own. I don't know. I use candles to pray. It's just to light, it's to light with an intention. It's to focus. It's just a tool to focus and intention. Okay. I mean, some people use them for bad. You're completely right about that. But that's not what I use them for. So I feel like people, honestly, $11:11, yeah. Becky, how much to get a reading? All my information is in the description box below, but my readings start at like general readings, they start at $44. I do have some that are a little bit cheaper than that, but they're like, you know, like timed readings, like 10 minutes and stuff like that. So I would say you could get a reading for like $25 at the least if you need some clarity. $10 questions, you know. All right. I have some channel messages for you guys. Okay. Before I even pull cards here, let me just, like I said, light that dragon's blood. I was explaining to my friend earlier today, and I feel like this is definitely significant for you guys. Cause what I did was I brought her some frankincense and myrrh, which for those of you who are, you know, Christian Bible thumpers over here talking about witchcraft and all this other stuff, y'all must be in your Bible, right? So you know about the classic, you know how, you know, when Jesus came, the three kings, you know that story, right? You know about that. He was brought frankincense, myrrh, and gold to him, right? So those are things that I consistently use. I have gold here. I keep gold on my altars, okay? Yeah, different forms of gold here. So frankincense is used to banish negativity, which banish black magic, negative energy, evil eye, all that shit, warding off evil spirits. Okay, that's why it was given to Jesus. The myrrh is meant to call in high vibrational spirits, energies, right, to you. And gold has been used for a long time as not only a symbol of, I believe, like wealth and status, right? Let's look up the other things that gold represents spiritually, okay? But it's very much connected to melanated people, all right? So not all us witches use witchcraft in a negative way. I'm a witch, but still very much a Christian and love God. I feel like people kind of throw that witch word around because you can be a witch and not practice witchcraft, which a lot of people don't understand because they're stuck in this, I feel like, biased mentality. At the end of the day, when God gives you gifts, he gives you gifts. What people choose to call you because you have supernatural gifts given to you by God is up to them. It's not up to you. You still are someone that is supposed to be using your gifts to help other people. Do you call your pastor a fucking witch when they point out something that only you knew, nobody told them, you know that they got that shit from God, right? You don't go over there calling them a witch, whether they're a man or a woman. You don't call them a warlock and all that other stuff when they're telling you some shit that you really needed to hear, whether it's in church or outside of church or whoever comes to you to tell you whatever. You don't be over here like, oh my God, how did he know that he's a witch? How did he know that I needed to hear that today? How did he know that I was thinking about taking up Jessica's husband on that offer and committing adultery? How did he know that? Oh my God, he's a witch. She's a witch. Sorry, I don't know why I'm just like in this fucking mood today where I'm just a fucking jokester, okay? It's that Hyoka energy. So yeah, at the end of the day, I just reposted a motherfucking I just reposted on my Facebook. Don't forget to like the video, you guys. Don't forget to like the video. This is how people are gonna get these messages. So I just reposted something and it was speaking about, okay, hold on. Let's get to first. I reposted something speaking about how Christianity was actually spread and enforced. Christianity was enforced. It was like, have you guys ever seen, if you guys ever seen the new Sabrina, okay, which I know a lot of you who are heavily Christian have not seen the new Sabrina, because it is much darker than the original Sabrina, right? So if you haven't seen that, it was basically they had these angels come in, right? These actual angels, they came and they basically tried to break up the coven, right? Not break up the coven, but they tried to force the coven to come to Christianity or the light or whatever it was, right? But they was like, okay, on some shit like, okay, either say you believe in God or you die, like on some shit like that. And that's how Christianity was spread. Like that's how Christianity was spread originally. Like what? When Jesus came, he was giving people an option of their free will to come to God. It wasn't really much about Christianity. It was about the fact that Christ was the start of the ideology, the idea, the philosophy, right? But people dragged that shit and they really took it too far, to the point where they, like, they missed the whole point. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you believe in God, you love God, da da da, you're supposed to treat people with dignity, respect, da da da. So exactly, Christianity was spread by the sword, do say. So, and this is what they did to women. Look, this is what they, I guess this is it's 11/19. Yeah, that's my grandmother's birthday, and that's also the day that my first baby father passed away. And I kind of look at, I don't say, like, I kind of look at, I resonate with Mary and Joseph, right? And then also I feel like I resonate with Jesus's story. Okay, that always reminds me of Jesus, Mary and Joseph, how like basically they both knew that this child was coming to them, and that they had to protect this child, and that this child would cause havoc and a lot of controversy and all this stuff, right? So I always think of that. I always think of that when I see that number. And there's a reason why I'm talking about this right now. 11/20, that's my birthday. So let's see here. That's just confirmation. I use angel numbers. That's confirmation, okay? My angels know how to get me to think about certain things so I can talk about them. So let's see what I was talking about. I'm not gonna forget about gold. We're gonna still look up the spiritual meaning of gold. But this is what I just shared. This picture right here. You see this picture? This is a woman being sported on a spear. She has a spear going up her nana, okay, her vagina, okay, and it's going past that, through her organs, into her whole entire body, through her brain, right? The reason why is, this is what this person posted in this caption, right? This is just a reminder of how Christianity became so popular today. During the reign of Charlemagne, I'm not sure. You probably know how to pronounce it better than me. Women were impaled and on sharpened poles by put in the vagina. Slowly over days, the pole would travel the length of the body through the organs, causing tremendous pain simply because the woman was found collecting herbs in the forest. She was labeled a witch. Their screams could be heard for days, as an example to those who would not accept the foreign faith. Christianity became so popular because of the sheer terror of what would happen if it wasn't accepted. So this is where this disconnect comes in here. Because imagine thinking that just because someone is going to the woods to collect some sage, right, that they're a witch and they're practicing witchcraft, or they're going to get some I'm gonna use examples that, like, everyday examples of things that we use, like, we use herbs to cook. We use herbs to cook with them, right? Imagine, you know what I'm saying, like, trying to get some salt, or get a hold of some salt, get a hold of some oregano. You're a witch. Like, you know what I'm saying, burn her at the stake, like some shit like that. But a doctor that prescribes medicine man-made medicine, right? And a lot of these medicines are concentrated herbs, okay? A mixture of concentrated herbs is not called a witch, but they practice, right? What do they call a doctor's office? They call it a practice. What do you think they're practicing? The English language is very telling. The way I need, it's all about perspective here, because at the end of the day, what is a doctor? A doctor's a witch. Like, be for real. The way I need my herbs, I definitely would have been a goner, period. If at the end of the day, back in those times, 11:23 on the clock, any woman that had any type of knowledge, power, let's say they had a dream that their husband was gonna get, die in war, and they warned their husband, like, oh, so and so is pussy and he's not gonna help you, all right, don't stand next to him when you guys go to war. You know what I'm saying? Imagine him going to the people saying, oh, my wife said she had a dream, a premonition, she's a witch, burn her at the stake. That's all you had to do back then. So I'm sorry, but this is 2024. We're not gonna push that narrative. We're not gonna push that. We're not doing that, okay? Especially when I don't use my witchcraft to heal to hurt people. Okay, I use my witchcraft to heal myself and help heal others. Okay, I cannot claim the healing, the what is it? I cannot claim the I don't want to say responsibility. Like, I don't know. I want to say I don't want to claim that I heal other people, right? But I do aid to their healing journey, because healing is up to you at the end of the day, and your connection to God. Okay, so a lot of healers, they just serve as a bridge. Okay, empaths, they serve. I don't know why I said surge. Okay, so surge is significant. We'll look up what that means after we look up gold. So a lot of empaths, they serve as a mirror. Okay, that's what they are. They are a mirror to things that you need to heal. So whatever triggers you, is like, when you come around a person or whatever, and they get triggered by you, or you get triggered by them, those are things that you need to heal. So basically, whatever the fuck you don't like about another person is something that you need to deal with within yourself. It's an inner demon, right? Self-mastery, exactly. You can use witchcraft to master yourself. Witchcraft, right? Alchemy. This is basically healing yourself. This is practicing things like eating healthy. This could be consistent prayer. All right, things that really you do to focus on your fucking self. That's all that is in the same, right? So let's look up gold, and you guys don't. If I get off track, please remind me to look up surge, because I'm seeing like a plug. So some of you guys, you're kind of like people are surrounding you that need a power up, or they need to plug into something. And I feel like that something is like source. I feel like that's God energy, right? And they're trying to plug into you, but it's like you're not the plug. You're not the electricity behind the plug. You serve more as like an extension cord. You're like an extension cord, okay? I literally just plugged up my new extension cord. And it has like a USB adapter and shit like that. So you're like, you serve as like an extension cord, but it's like at the end of the day, that energy is not coming from you. It's coming from a higher energy. He said, yeah, okay, thank you, Juniper's Tarot, for looking that up. Yeah, Charlemagne was a king. I hope I'm saying it. Charlemagne. Is it Charlemagne? Was a king of France and Germanic tribes in Belgium, Lux, and the Netherlands. He was on the throne for many years and killed many people. His throne is in the church, and is still feared. Interesting. That's exactly what I said. Guidance within. Chill the fuck out, because I didn't even read your comment. You're here to aid and assist. That's it. That's it. No pills without herbs. Exactly. There are no pills without herbs. Understand that. There will be no pills without herbs. So you could take it in a pill form, or you could take it in a motherfucking tea form. It's still medicine. That doesn't go for everything, because nowadays, when it comes to these doctors, right? they're giving us shit in a pill form that is man-made shit. It's not shit coming from the earth. That's coming from directly from God. Shit that is grown from the earth, it's coming from God at the end of the day. The shit that is generic shit, man-made shit, all that altered hormonal stuff, they add that in there. They add that in there to get us, to keep us disconnected, keep our gifts at bay, keep us at bay, right? If we are I'm gonna use bipolar as an example because that's one of the, but there's different mental disorders, right, that can definitely indicate spiritual gifts. Okay, and I talk about this in a lot of different lives, but you know, it's gonna come back here and there, whatever. But I feel like there's different indications of your spiritual gifts, right? Empathy, someone that has the gift of empathy is someone that is going to kind of take on the energy of others, and it kind of internalizes in them. And if you don't learn to transmute that energy, then it's basically just residing inside you, right? And you act it out. So that could manifest as having your mood swings, major mood swings. It could be very up and down, especially if you go through attacks in order to distort your energy. Okay, so it could definitely manifest as a lot of mood swings, angry outbursts, long periods of depression, or long periods of having high energy. Okay, so doesn't mean that you're crazy. It just means that you need to balance your energy, and it means that you need to transmute that energy into something else in order for it to leave your body. All right. I forgot where I was kind of going with that, but I guess that's all I really needed to say when it comes to that. So let's go to, so let's say they give, where I was going with that is back to the pills and the medicine, right? If let's say they give you because when you're bipolar or something like that, they give you like an antipsychotic, because you can go into like mania, episodes of mania, right? Where you're so-called delusional, right? Or you're disconnected from reality. So they give you an antipsychotic, but I know this from experience. The antipsychotic is meant to numb you from any type of emotions or feelings. So it makes you apathetic. You get worse before you get so-called better, right? And that's their definition of better. Their definition of better is you're not complaining anymore. You're not, you're not motherfucking coming to us with all these stories about what's happening to you and how you're feeling and, all that stuff. Because, people, this world, they don't really give a fuck about how you feel. Let's be for real. They don't give a fuck about how you feel about anything that people do to you, right? Oh, yeah, you were RAPE'd as a child and da-da-da-da, and, now you're outraged. Oh, my God, you need to be on some medicine. Like, no funny shit. So as long as you're not motherfucking coming to them with any issues, they don't give a fuck. So what it does is it numbs you out. You don't feel nothing, right? Now, how is that fucking healthy? That's one. But that is basically, what that does is it blocks your ability to, this reading is going like a whole left, but I'm going to get to the channel messages. It's probably all connected, but that's gonna block your ability to even feel any type of projections that other people are sending you, feeling your own emotions to indicate different parts of the body that needs to be addressed, feeling your own emotions to indicate how you feel around certain people. Like it blocks your ability to actually be intuitive, your whole ability to have discernment, because when you're blocked off from your emotions, you only live in your logical state, in your logical mind, right? And that actually kind of disconnects you from actual logic, because you're not putting two and two together. It's like you can only, let's say, like, right, I'm reading this word cougar, right? Yeah, the word cougar is there, right? But I'm missing the meaning behind it, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can read the word cougar, but I'm missing the fact that this means that there's a woman here that is attracted to younger men and could possibly be a pedophile. Like, like someone that is like, da da da. But it's like, okay, you're just looking at it like, okay, there's an older woman that, okay, she is so-called interested in younger men. All right, cool. It's normalized in society. It's fine. You know, I see my friend, he likes Stacy's mom from next door and shit like that, and he's cool with it. So I guess I should be cool with it too, right? But you're not paying attention to your feelings behind it. You're not paying attention to someone else's emotions after they connected to that person and what they did to affect them as far as trauma, right? And their reactions with other people after that, and how they changed, and how now they treat other people the same way they got treated now, right? After that one encounter or that one trauma response that they don't even know is trauma because they're not paying attention to their feelings. And this is just the type of shit that is just, it's an ongoing cycle of ignoring, like just ignoring and suppressing and numbing and all that shit. You really have to feel your shit so that you can feel other people's shit too. So that shit could change. They have to keep you sick. If you're not sick, then they have no patience. No patience means no bag, period. Yep, you're so right. We heal with herbs, no medicine without herbs. And all the medicine and herbs are named after plants to help heal our bodies and minds. Facts. Gotta have some type of emotions. Even men gotta tap into that feminine side of the brain. Yeah, because if not, you're gonna see a chick, right, that looks good. Maybe she might even smell good. She could have money, or she has everything that you see on paper, right? But you don't know anything about her, how she reacts, how she moves in her day-to-day life, what she does behind the scenes. Even if you're with someone every day, you may not even know what the fuck they really be doing behind the scenes to manipulate you, what their motives are, what their intentions are. It's like this, look, now you it's not even like you walking around eggshells. You don't even walk around eggshells because you don't know that you need to be walking away from somebody, because you're not paying attention to all the blockages that they're actually putting up in your way. You're too busy being hurt. You're too busy being treated for this whatever disease or whatever ailment that you're undergoing, right? You're not realizing that it's the people around you causing it. And not, some of them it's not like directly causing it. It's because of your body and your reaction to what they're doing to you. And you're intuitively picking up on it, right? So it's gonna affect your physical body. Just like if someone is let's say if someone is suppressing your free will, right? That's your solar plexus, and that we got that in the beginning of the, that's your solar plexus, right? Someone is making you do something against your free will, and as long as you're okay with it, and as long as you don't speak up about it, everything's fine. Nobody gets hurt supposedly, but you're like, man, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else, right? Your solar plexus is being affected, and what does that manifest as? That manifests as stomach problems. That manifests as constipation. That manifests as digestive issues, kidney issues, all types of shit, right? You have to look at the spirit to look at the physical, and the physical to look at the spirit. So I was giving my friend basically that advice today too, as far as like when you're having issues in the physical, you also need to do something spiritual. When you're having issues doing something spiritually, you may need to do something in the physical, just like cleaning, right? There's cleaning, like actually cleaning your home, and then there's cleansing yourself in your home. Some people have like when you go into depression, I spoke about this before, when you go into the depression, what do people do or stop doing when they go into a depression? They stop getting their ass up in the morning. They stop bathing. They stop brushing their teeth. They stop cleaning. Their room gets all dirty and shit like that. 9 times out of 10, when that happens and you're having issues, even doing the basic shit like that, or shit is getting cluttered up, you don't even know. You start cleaning one thing and it's like it's a never ending fucking pile of shit. It doesn't even look like it's getting better, right? That's when you know you have to do something physical, right? Not physical, I'm sorry. That's when you know you need to do something spiritual to handle that blockage that you're having, right? So you may need to take a spiritual bath. You may need to literally just fucking take your ass in the tub, maybe put some salt in there, but you don't even have to do that. You can just, you know, bathe with the intention of clearing out any negative energy, procrastination, all that other shit, right? You can pray to clear that energy out. You can sage to cleanse that energy out. You can frankincense. You can do whatever the fuck, right? But whatever it is, you need to do something with intentions as far as, you know, spiritually, because it will actually help you physically do the things, all right? Um, yeah, someone needs to hear that, okay? You could be having like, I don't know, someone could be having issues as far as like in-home issues, okay? If you're having like that issue I just spoke about, as far as like keeping your home clean and stuff like that, you may need to do that, okay? If, because some people feel like they may need to clean before they sage and stuff like that, which you are supposed to do. But if you're really having it, like if it gets so bad to the point where it's like, oh my god, like where the fuck do I even start? Your mind is cluttered, everything is cluttered, that means that you need to cleanse. It don't matter if your fucking house is a fucking mess, just fucking do it. Cleanse that shit, pray it out, whatever, and then it will help you take the steps in the physical. I'm telling you, even if it's the next day, okay, just do it. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel better. Don't think that you have to do everything perfect and everything has to be all routine and ritualistic all the time. It doesn't have to do everything. All that matters is your intention, okay? They desecrated many. They say ignorance is bliss. The truth will set you free unless you let it take you prisoner. Okay, period. The truth will only set you free once you act on the truth. See, that's true too. You can know the truth and then not do anything about it. You can know what you need to do and still not do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do. That's why we have free will. You know, we can do that shit. We do that shit all the time. People are with people that they know they don't need to be with all the time. They know the truth about them and they know that they're causing blockages in their life, and they still tiptoe around them and stuff like that, and you know, stay with them because they don't really have the faith to like leave the situation a lot of times. But so boom, what I was getting was, I know we're 30 minutes in getting to the channel messages. I love you too. But what I was getting is, some of you guys, you could be doing altar work. I mentioned in the last reading how you guys could be picking up the prayer slack when it comes to other people here that need it, and you know they need it. So this could be people in your family, people in your friends, people that you generally love. This could be your lover, right? I'm not talking about people that are attacking you. Now, it could definitely be people that are attacking you, but only because they are being spiritually attacked, where they're coming at you, all right? And it's because they could be at a lower vibration, all right? But it's not them with their intention of hurting you, harming you, or doing witchcraft, you know, against you or anything like that. You have to have the discernment to know the difference. So in this reading right here, we're not talking about people. I mean, that channel message right there was not about anybody that is attacking you directly. So I'm going to give an example, okay? Because you guys know my dad was in the hospital for about 4 months, right? The day after New Year's. Ironically, 2 years ago, when I moved in, knowing that he was having, like, you know, getting ready to have a kidney transplant and all that stuff, right? And I was being heavily gang stalked, and I just didn't want to be where I was at anymore. I ended up moving with my dad, right? And within that same month, which just so happened to be right before New Year's, he ended up getting a new kidney, right? So that was just right on time. I actually did prayer work, altar work for him to get his new kidney. Not saying that I made it happen, like, you know, I ain't making phone calls and nothing like that. This is just me praying for my father, like, literally. So fast forward 2 years later, New Year's, he goes into the hospital again. This is when I just come back from staying somewhere else for a month, so I could be a little bit closer to the doctor that I go to for my you know, my birth, my son. I go to the same doctor for all 3 of my kids. Even I had a stillbirth, so I have a son in heaven and I have a son and a daughter. Okay, so I have a 8-month-year-old son. Oh no, he's 9 months now. I have a 9-month-year-old son, I'm sorry, I'm looking at these cards that I have up here. I have the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, so that's funny. Yeah, I have a 9-month-old son. So right when he was born, right, I came back to my dad's house or whatever, where I live. And well, our house. I came back to our house where I live, and he goes into the hospital like not even the same week, like basically the same week, right? On the same day, like the same, I think it was like a day or two difference, whatever. He goes into the hospital. He ended up being in there for 4 months. Around month 2 is when, like, you know what I'm saying, life was lifing. I'm not even gonna lie, life was lifing. I was trying to maintain the house. I was trying to maintain everything while he was gone and all that stuff, and myself and my kids and all that stuff, dealing with postpartum and all that, right? So I wasn't praying for him the way I usually do. Okay. Around month I think it was 3, that's when I started lighting candles for him on my altar. White candle, just praying for him to have good health. I put an amethyst to symbolize him healing, okay, with it in front of it. And I just kept a white candle lit on my altar at all times. That is literally when I started to hear about him getting better. At that point, like literally when I lit that work, my daughter also helped me indicate that I needed to help him with her, basically just waking up at certain times and just saying, like, she would say things like, Papa's not coming back home. And I would be like, why do you say that? Like, and stuff like that. So, and then when I lit the candle and stuff like that, because I became very worried, not even the next day, I believe it was the next day after she woke up, she would be like, oh, Papa's feeling better. Like, literally, she is so kind of like, bro, she is just so fucking pure, bro. And that same day, like, my dad called me and he was like, he was feeling so much better. Like, I can't even make any of this shit up. Like, it was literally in the same fucking timeline. So then, at this point, they're just monitoring him. They're just, making sure that he can do things on his own, right? So when we got a specific date when he was coming home, I didn't tell anybody the date. I didn't tell anybody when he was coming home, because that's how you protect your shit, right? So when we got that certain date, right, my candle, I believe my candle went out and I didn't light a new one. My father told me when he came home that he had a dream that he could not breathe. So he was spiritually attacked the same night that my candle went out and I did not light a new one, because I was already confirmed that my father was coming home, right? So when he woke up, he started to decline a little bit. He still came home. So when he came home, he was declining a little bit though. So I relit it, basically. So that is just an example of things that, like, something in my life. Like, you may need to pick up the prayer slack for somebody, because they could be failing in their health, or they could be, they're just lifeless and like they could be going through something, and you may need to pray for them. Okay, and that's where we come in as far as like community, family, like your lover, like people that you love, right? My daughter is a Libra, just like my father. You are very powerful and connected to spirit, for sure. I'm an Aquarius, sending good vibes. Okay, period. We love an Aquarius. Fire sign. So she's a Libra, and we both have Aries moons. So we be like, sometimes, what? When the transits transit into that Aries energy, into that solar eclipse, oh my God, we was both in the house like, you ready to go? We be boxing. She literally came out the womb boxing. Fun fact, my daughter literally knows how to box out the womb. And no funny, I think we both agree, me and my father both agree, that she got it from her grandpa. I mean, not her grandpa, I'm sorry, because that's my dad, right? Her great-grandfather, because my great-grandfather was actually a boxer, and he has golden gloves. Like, he was a professional boxer for a living. So we assume that is from him. I'm so weak. I definitely do believe in reincarnation. Well, I'm not an air sign. I'm a Scorpio. But my that is my north node. My north node is in Libra. So yeah, let's get to the other channel messages, guys. I would love to answer your questions, but I have to go through these channel messages. I don't want this reading to be too long. So yeah, for I'm gonna get to the good part and then I'm gonna get to the other part about the people that's actually attacking you, right? Okay. So as far as you are someone that is getting instant upgrades. By instant upgrades, I mean like you're asking for something and you're getting it instantaneously. All right. It may look like something isn't coming. It may look like, or it's like someone may tell you, oh, they don't have that in your size or in your color or something like that. But you're going to get that exactly in your size and in your color. Just like how that candle, that she said that they didn't have my candle, but then she brought that exact same candle. So someone could be actually trying to interfere or renege in something like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but we don't have that car and that model and da 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 da. Or we don't have that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this apartment, it comes with this and that, but it doesn't have that other thing that you said that you wanted. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to have that thing. Like, it's going to have it. You know why? Because you're graduating. And it's something that you did that's manifesting some sort of, I heard what I told you was instant grad. So I don't know, you're graduating from something. It's something is instantaneous now. So I feel like before where your manifestations was a little bit more, it's not even before, but something was slowing down your manifestations for sure. It could just be divine timing because I'm getting something about like transits. Like if you don't follow like astrology or something or anything like that, I'm pretty sure that there is something in your birth chart that is transiting, that is allowing for this opportunity or just helping it amplify. Okay, because like not everything is based off of that, right? But if you were to look at that, I'm pretty sure that's why something is happening right now, right? But if you're not into astrology or anything like that, it's something that you learned. It's a lesson that you learned. It's something that you're doing for yourself that's allowing for this energy to happen. Okay, so instant gratification is what you're getting. These other people that were trying to block something from manifesting from you have been involved in some sort of form of fraud where it brought them instant gratification. So they've been indulging in like fraud, like fraudulent activity, stealing, stuff like that to grant them access to instant gratification, right? Which is where a lot of people fall short in this 3D matrix. They think that boom, like they supposed to just get snap their fingers and something come, like, you know what I'm saying? Which could be true for you, but that's only because you're doing the shadow work. But like, you know what I'm saying, you're aligning yourself with the higher power, God, whatever. High vibrational love. Is going back to the is giving me going back to this the reading that I spoke about, vampire laws, right? Where someone is using some sort of social society constructs or whatever. I said social society. Okay, so something about a social society, but someone's using like laws or using like things that are like, okay, they were man-made. At the end of the day, spiritual law is also a thing. So let's say you go and you steal motherfucking candy out the store and you get caught. 9 times out of 10, you're getting caught because who steals candy out the store? 9 times out of 10, you're stealing candy out the store because you want some candy. You know, there's no real reason behind it. It's because you want to and you just did it, right? But if you're stealing Pampers out the store for your neighbor's son, who you know your neighbor don't got no fucking money for Pampers because her husband just died and all the other stuff, da 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 da, you're gonna get away with that shit. And no, you're not gonna get karma. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying using that as an example. I'm not saying go do it. I'm not saying that at all. Okay, disclosure. Don't do that shit. But there's an unwritten rule where if someone even looks at you and they see that you're stealing diapers, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say shit because you're stealing fucking diapers unless you're a motherfucking Karen and an asshole. You don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying, about anybody, children at all. So You know, nobody's about to sit here and be like, oh my God, she's stealing Pampers out the store. You know, it's kind of like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, just feeding the poor. People suck for sure. Your anime shirt makes me believe again. You know what? I actually got this from a very dope company. I'm gonna share them. It's called T Post. I think they're based in. Don't quote me on this, but I think they're in England. They might be in Scotland, but they sent me this shirt for free. I cut it up only because I stained it, and I fucked it up, so I'm gonna fuck it up some more. But I'm not. They sent me this shit for free, and it's I love this shirt. I'm so mad that my daughter actually stained it. So yeah, let's go back to the messages here. These people were doing like instant fraud, or they were doing something to create instant gratification, but it was fraudulent. Okay. You're getting some sort of manifestations next day or same day delivery. Just like how I said, your enemies are getting karma next day delivery. You're also getting karma, but it's going to be good karma. Okay. Um, yeah. So there is going to be also an increase in distractions. Okay. The reason why there's going to be an increase in distractions is to change your focus. Okay, so you could be using tools like your candles, you could be using tools like meditation, um you could be taking more spiritual baths, grounding yourself, doing stuff like that, because that allows you to focus your energy. All right, or it allows you to clear out at least the energy from the distractions so that you could refocus your energy. Okay, because the practice of meditation is to clear your mind. But I feel like, as if you're using like tools for candle work and stuff like that, like I said in the beginning, that is a tool that is used to focus your energy. So some of you guys, you're refocusing your energy after having a lot of distractions. Okay, something someone that was coming towards you or whatever was doing something negative towards you. All right, someone that is in your energy right now, or someone that is like in your vicinity, in your family or whatever, they were doing something towards you, and it reversed onto them. Now this person that was having like good luck or whatever, or they were getting some sort of manifestations, but they were getting it in a malicious way, in a way where they were committing some sort of fraud or doing something fraudulent to you. They are actually like I said, they're in the last reading, their spiritual ranking is decreasing. Like, it's decreasing so much that they're having, this could be them that's having an increase in distractions and stuff like that. And I feel like you're kind of being more mindful to the point where it's like shit is not a distraction. It's like, you know, when to refocus your energy. Like, I feel like you kind of going with the flow in situations here, but you also know when to cut the crap. Like, okay, it's kind of like you know when to cut the TV off, like, you know what I'm saying, and start doing your homework. Like some shit like that. You could definitely be someone that is in college, all right, and you could have graduated, and this is how you graduated. You cut the TV off, and you studied, and you did your work, okay? You managed your time and shit like that. And even if you didn't do it at 5 o'clock, like you said, maybe you did it at 8 o'clock. But at the end of the day, you did what the fuck you needed to do. So remember, like I said that in a couple reads back, you're doing something every day. So this could definitely be a routine, a regimen, something like that, right? You're doing something every day, and it don't fucking matter. You're still doing it. No, it don't matter if motherfuckers call you and try to talk to you for a fucking hour, talk your head off, call you with emergencies, text you with emergencies, knock on your door, all that shit. You still getting ready to go on your fucking everyday walk, your workout. You're still getting ready to take your spiritual bath. You still motherfucking going to the park and sitting in the sun and shit. You don't give a fuck like about none of that. Cause this shit been going on. These people been trying to distract you or keep your day just negative, full of their negativity. These are people that do nothing but bring you their negativity and shit that's negative in their life. They're just bringing it onto you. They're trying to kind of like it's like they want you to go through shit with them. These are these people here that could have did something towards you, like I said, but it's reversing onto them. So now they're going through the shit. Now they're going through the shit. And if you didn't know that they were doing something to you, or maybe you did, or you wasn't around them or something like that, and they did something to you, and you didn't know that they did something to you, you're gonna see the karma from what they did right in front of you. So God, it's like you got a front row seat to people's karma and shit like that. They're coming around you. They're saying like, "Oh my God, this is happening to me, and this is happening, and oh my God, this, and I need you to do this and all that." And you're like, "Hey, whoa, back up." You're like, "Okay, I understand you're going through a lot, but I have to go do something." You're not even gonna tell them what you gotta do, what time you gotta do it. I have to do something. I will be with you in a minute. Probably never calling back, you know what I'm saying? But if you do, it's going to be after you did your fucking shit, period. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be distracted. So you could be actually praying for your enemies to be distracted. Or if you have been using any of the prayers points, did I give you that prayer, guys? Maybe you guys are using Psalms here. You could be using Psalms. But it's something about like your enemies are being distracted because they keep trying to distract you. So they're being distracted now in their everyday life from coming towards you because they keep trying to come towards you with fucking fuck shit. They keep trying to come towards you with fucking fuck shit. Going insane, going crazy, keep getting hurt. So what I was getting was cause my like, okay, so like, you know, when you're outside with kids and they're playing and shit like that, and you're like, okay, you tell them to stop, or let's say kids is jumping on the bed and shit like that, and you tell them like, stop jumping on the bed or you're gonna hit your head. They keep jumping on the bed, they fall, and now they're crying, and you're like, see, I told you to stop. That's what God is doing. That's what God is doing. So yeah, these people are needing you. They need you to reverse their curse in some type of way. So they need your energy to reconnect with them in some type of way so that they can get your good energy and you can get their bad energy again. Okay? So that's what they're trying to do to reverse this curse. They're doing it in a malicious, misleading, it's like they're trying to go around spiritual laws here. Okay? They're trying to get you to do something, and they're trying to like manipulate some sort of spiritual laws here to do it. All right. So this could be something like some sort of contract that they're trying to get you to re-sign, but they're putting a bunch of words in it, right, that you may not understand, and it's like they're hiding something. There's like some sort of hidden clause here. This could definitely be through dreams, through food, through any type of like witchcraft that can be received here. All right, through items, through food, through energy exchange. Okay. What's happening here is their own ancestors are rallying up against them because some of you guys, these is people in your family too. So you got to discern which people in your family is the ones that are just lacking, and you know you need to pray for them. Some of you guys, you're praying for these people anyway, but these are people that are doing shit against you and whatnot, trying to slow shit down for you. Look, hold on. Look, trying to 5 of Swords you. Do something malicious in order to win in a situation. Trying to slow shit down for you. Trying to slow you down from being the emperor, the breadwinner, the man, that girl, period. Or your person. Okay? So their own ancestors is actually stopping them if they're your family. All right? But this could also be their high vibrational ancestors is actually like stopping them too because they're a disgrace. I'm hearing disgrace. Disgrace on your family. Disgrace on your whole family. Mushu. Mushu. And you know what's crazy? Because that's how I kind of feel sometimes with Mulan. And that's probably why I keep getting that Mulan card every reading. Because, like, when it comes to my dad, like, nigga, I do not play. I do not play about my fucking dad, the bitch. Bitch, I don't play about that nigga, so keep on. But, yeah, some of you guys, they're trying to slow down your dad from healing. Interesting. Yeah, they're trying to slow down your dad from healing. But you see how Mulan, she sacrificed herself. She said, okay, you can't go to war because you're hurt. You're injured. I'm going to go to war, period. I'm going to go to war for you. And this is happening in the spirit. For I don't know, this is for my daddy's girls or, you know, and it's like, or this could even be your person, okay? This could be your husband. Like, your husband cannot be, maybe they're not as spiritually evolved as you or something like that, okay? People could be attacking your father because of some sort of title that he holds, right? That they want a part of, or something. I said title. It could be a title, like a physical title, but it could definitely be like something that he owns. They want to. They're attacking him so that they can get it. But you're the one that's supposed to get it. Snow White. You're the one that's supposed to get it. When her father died, she was left kind of vulnerable, right? She was left to the mercy of that evil witch who was, I think that was her stepmom, right? Was that her stepmom? Or was that just some fucking lady that was a hater in the kingdom? I got you. I'm gonna pull out my book list after this. Just remind me, okay? I'm almost done. So God is snatching them up. Snatching them up like they a fucking kid that don't fucking listen, like a badass fucking kid. You told them don't cross the street, and you like, okay, don't cross the street. You can play all you want, but don't cross the street. Don't get in the street. Don't play in the street. Boom, they over here like getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And you're the street. You're the street. So they're getting closer and closer and closer to the street, right? Hold on, let me get the angel wings out. They're getting closer and closer to the street. And God is like, okay, take one more step. Take one more motherfucking step. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch that bitch. Snatch you motherfucking ass up, bitch. It's kind of like when you telling a kid, don't touch the stove because it's hot. They touching the stove and they need to learn their lesson. But this is a badass motherfucking kid, almost like a baby fucking kid. Won't fucking listen. It don't matter how many times the motherfucking burn they fucking hand on the stove. They gonna keep burning they fucking hand on the stove until they fucking got a arm wrap. Fucking dumbass. Look, you fucking dumbass. That's what my daddy would say too. You fucking dumbass. You dumbass. Look at you. Look at you. You're dumb. No funny shit in my daddy's voice or everything, bitch. Look at you. Fucking it was her stepmother? Okay, it was. So some of you guys, this is somebody that's trying to marry your daddy, or this could be your own mother. If you got like a little evil mama or whatever, and your mom don't like it or something. And she trying to like, you know, get everything out of your daddy. This is like one of those wives or mothers or whatever that's gonna milk the fuck out of their husband. They don't give a fuck if you left, bitch. I still want you to pay for my whole entire life. I still want you to pay for the fact that you left me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not looking at shit in the correct perspective. Yeah, my mom is evil. She said my mom is evil. I'm fucking dead. So yeah, some of you guys, you got evil ass fucking mom. God is popping them. He's snatching them up and he's bopping them. Okay, bopping them. So you know what I was getting? I was getting that bop it toy. Bop it. Pop it. But I was getting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pop it. Pop it. Burn them. Hit them. Smack them. they really getting smacked the fuck up. Because they keep on, look. It's like they're receiving orders to do something, but they're not being ordered by God. So whatever orders they're receiving to do, every time they're being ordered and you're being ordered, but every time they're being ordered to do something and they do it, they get another injury. And that's the reason why. It's because they're being ordered by demons. They're not being ordered by God. They're not following what the fuck God want to do. They're too busy trying to sacrifice you, right? With this hang one energy. You're enlightened to the shit. This shit just flipped upside down by its own. So you're enlightened to what they're doing. So these people are slow because they're just slow. With this bird box energy is giving that they're actually blind spiritually. So this is like people thinking you're alone, you're vulnerable, stuff like that. People not knowing your history, people not knowing your lineage, right? Which is a Waverly Place. Or even if they do know that shit, they're blind to what the fuck. Like, this is like this is like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say your bloodline is like very powerful, but like people are like kind of like on some shit like, psh, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying that. Everybody's all woke now, and everybody comes from Egypt and all this other stuff. Yeah, yeah. The last person that said that shit, we snatched them and we sacrificed them and all that other stuff. Yeah, that's because they wasn't in alignment with God, bitch. Try that shit on somebody that's in alignment. Please. Try that shit with somebody that's really in their fucking purpose and then they call in and shit like that. And I didn't say that they was perfect, but they fucking Noel could be significant. I'm sorry. Noel, the name Rebecca, the name Campbell, Danny, Ella, Dan. I'm hearing Dirty Dan. I don't know, somebody's name could be that, or that's like somebody's nickname, right? Someone's name could be Star, like literally someone's name could be Star, or that's their nickname. All right, they playing Russian roulette with the shit. It's like they keep on doing something, and it's like boom, they don't even know they about to get shot because they done kept on. They kept on. It's kind of like thinking that okay, yeah, there's a bunch of bullet holes that you know. What's the odds that the bullet is actually gonna shoot me in the head if I pull the trigger right now? Out of all the fucking, I don't know what it's called when they have like, you know, when they put the bullet in there and it's like a bunch of other, what is it called? I don't know. The areas of the gun where the other bullets could go. They're like, what are the odds? Boom, and they pull the trigger on everybody else, right? Then they get to you. They get to, or they get to they self, right? They pull the trigger at all the chosen ones. They're unable to shoot. Then they get to they self. Or even worse, they shoot at you and that motherfucking shit ricochet back to their ass. Are you dumb? I know it's called Russian roulette, but I'm saying like it's like the chamber, something where you put the gun, where you put the actual bullet. It's called a chamber, right, or something like that. Yeah, the chamber. Okay, thank you, Aja. So people also they're blind to something with this bird box energy. It's giving they're blind to a spirit. They're blind. Something is like, okay, actually surrounding you. And when I say something, I feel like it's an angel army. You have invisible spirits actually protecting you. You have like an invisible bodyguards. Like I said, they think that you're literally like vulnerable, or they think that you're like alone or something like that. And then they come and do shit to you, and then it's like shit is happening back to back, one thing after another. It's literally like, you know, how they say if it's not one thing, it's another. That's what's happening to them. That's what's happening right now. If it's not one thing, it's another. And they think that it's like, you know, or they're not literally putting the two and two together, or if they are, it's like just making them come and attack you even more. They're like, oh, okay, well, bitch. It's like they want to retaliate even more. It's literally the definition of insanity. Like, imagine not knowing when to stop when you already got burned about 50 times on the stove. You keep on fucking burning your hand in the same spot, and now instead of a burn, you got a permanent motherfucking indentation in your fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? You can't even use your fucking shit. You can't even write no more. Can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you about to be, what's it called? When you, it's something about someone's limb. Someone's limb could be actually amputated. I don't I'm just getting that as a channel message, but it's like being amputated because they keep doing the same fucking shit with whatever. It's like being spiritually amputated. Okay, I don't know what body part this is, but if they're using their eyes, they're like to see something, or to like they're misusing their gifts in some type of way spiritually or something. It's like they're blind spiritually now because their spiritual eye has been amputated. It has been, I don't know if that's like a, if that's the right word as far as, okay, let me look that up right now. Am I using the right word? Amputated. I want to know if you can amputate your eyes. Amputated eye. Okay, eye removal surgery is known as eye amputation. Okay, can be performed because including severe trauma, tumors, painful blindness. Wow. Someone could actually have to undergo some sort of eye amputation. What the hell? But yeah, something about nerve damage too. Your surgeon can attach an implant to the muscles. Okay. Damn. All right. Okay. Burn them. Pop them. Pop it. He said, burn them. Pop it. Pop them. Bop them. This is a whole fucking theme song in this bitch. Yeah, so I feel like they're going spiritually blind or something like that, or they're unable to see something. So they're unable to see your angel army. They're unable to see that you're not alone or something like that. This could be in the physical as well. Like they could be unable to see who's surrounding you that is actually protecting you. There could be actual emperor around you protecting you, and whether they look vulnerable or not, they're not. They're not. Nigga, that nigga got the pistol on him. That nigga got the pistol. You see his hand right there? You see his hand right there? I bet you he holding. Look, it looked like he holding something. It looked like he holding something. Try him. Try him. It's a man on a horse. For some of you guys. But I was also getting mob ties with that that energy with your angel army. These people are, it's like they're fighting invisible spirits, or you could actually have mob ties in real life. Like, I don't know if your family is like in the mafia. Okay, I actually just found out that my grandfather has mafia ties because my father literally came in my room and something told me to like listen to what he had to say. He showed me a picture, right? And I talked to him for a while. I was gonna do a reading, but I talked to him for a while, and he was like showing me a picture, right? Let me tell you about this shit, because hold on, I can't even make this shit up. He showed me a fucking picture of my grandfather surrounded by a bunch of white men, and they all look like, you know, they was a part of like the Italian mafia. And I was like, what the fuck, you know? So I wanted to say something, but my dad said it first. He was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit. He was like, yeah, because he was in the labor union, and at that time the mafia was heavily involved in getting, like, you know, all of the jobs as far as like in construction and stuff like that. So they used my grandfather to do like the hardest jobs. Okay, they worked him like a mule because he was abnormally tall and abnormally strong. He was like a superhuman basically, you know what I'm saying? He had very, very strong, prominent physical abilities. Okay, so they used him in the construction industry for that, and he never was without a job. As far as like, you know, he did security, he did construction, he was very, very taken care of. And whenever anything occurred or whatever, let's say within, like, my dad did something or whatever, um it was like they knew to, you know, let my grandfather handle it, even if it was something like involving like the police. Like, they allowed my grandfather to handle the situation because everybody knew my grandfather, right? So let's get back to, oh, okay, he also told me basically when he was in the hospital, the rehab, right, there was a man that was calling my grandfather's name, and my grandfather and my father, they're the only ones with that name. You're not gonna find anybody else with that name, right? They have a very unique name. There's only one, and then there's only two, right? There's only two of them because there's a one and then there's Junior, but now there's only one, right? So there was a man, he was like delusional, or he wasn't really delusional, I think, but he was just like, you know, he was very elderly, and he kept on calling his name. He did not know my dad. Like, he did not know my actual dad. He knew our grandfather. He knew my grandfather and my dad's dad. So he actually, one day my dad was like, you know, the roommate even got tired of the man, like, you know, constantly calling out my grandfather's name. Like, what the heck? He you know, requested for the door to be closed. So one day my dad, you know, saw him in the hallway, and he asked him, he was like, hey, I've been hearing you, you know, shouting out that name, and I just wanted to ask if, like, you know, I just wanted to see if like I knew you from somewhere, because it's like it's only two people with that name, and I'm the only one left. So he said, yeah, I knew your dad and all the other stuff. So he was like, either he knows me or he knows my dad. So like there was a reason why he was shouting out that name. He didn't actually see my father either. He never actually saw my father. So for him to be calling out that name, I feel like it had to be something spiritual. Where my grandfather was leading that man to my dad, right? Whether he was trying to connect to that man or not, or he just wanted that man to connect to my dad or something like that, right? So he worked with my grandfather, which is so crazy to me. Thank you for your very insightful and inspiring, profound advice. This is exactly what is happening to my enemy. He is spiritually amputated and beyond reformation or redemption. He is hellbound. Yeah. A lot of you guys, you're dealing with some people that they're just lost souls. They're unable to be redeemed. But you are the redeemer. And you have helped many people. So it's like these other people here that can't be helped, they're just choosing not to be helped. Okay. They're way past healing, any form of rehabilitation. Okay. He gets mad at anyone who has good things that happen to him because it's not him. I'm Italian and I'm from the Bronx. Ooh. Yeah, there's a guy who wants his gifts back, but he's so low vibe he can't get out of his own head. He got grenade. He got a grenade and they are just letting his toe rot off. Call medical doctors suck. Cali medical doctors suck. Oh shit. I don't think that I said that right. Grenade. I don't even know what that means. Is Gangrene, and they're just letting his toe rot off. Oh shit. Yeah. People are really getting their limbs amputated. I've been picking up on that for a while. I said somebody was finna lose their limb for karma, like as far as like karma. Yeah, there's still mafia in NYC where stores pay them to not take their businesses. My dad works with the union mafia people at yeah, okay. Yeah. So some of you guys, you may be finding out that your family has a lot of mob ties, okay? And this is good and bad. I feel like right now it is good for you, okay? Because they could be watching you from afar. I did mention in a couple of weeks back or whatever, a couple of years ago, Mother's Day, right? Where this random couple came up to me. One of them was like, one of them was Italian and one of them was clearly Russian. All right, but you do know that there's also Russian, you know, mafia, and then there's the Italian, right? So it was kind of weird how like both of them were like together, right? But the Russian woman who had like the big fur, right? She came up to me and she was like, "I just wanted to tell you, we're very proud of you, okay?" And she said that with the Russian accent, "Proud of you. We're proud of you." And I was just doing nothing. I was just, me and my daughter was eating. We was sitting down. I was just, giving her directions to sit down and eat. And I was feeding her the food, and they were just like, "We just want to let you know we're proud of you." So you got mob ties, and they could be watching from afar, and it's like people come and step to you, or people doing anything to you, whatever. It's like they stepping in on your behalf. Okay, so some of you guys, it's a good thing because you could have an ancestor that actually like did favors for them or help them, okay, even though they could have maybe abused that person. Like I said, they used my grandfather to do the hard labor, but he was actually someone that helped people, or like, okay, for example, like he was a bouncer, so he would bounce people out the club, like, and stuff like that. Like people was scared of my grandfather because he could really fight. Like he has lethal hands, right? You know what I'm saying? So one time he even got shot because somebody was so scared because he couldn't bring the gun in the club, and he was like, "You're gonna have to, give me the gun." And he was like, "I ain't fucking give you shit, blah, blah, blah." And he shot my grandfather even though my grandfather wasn't threatening him or anything like that. And he was actually supposed to be dead, but he survived and he was back bouncing and all that shit. My grandfather got shot numerous times, but he survived numerous times. The last time he acquired some sort of brain damage, right? And that's when he kind of went into like a psychosis. And crazy story, my brother and my grandfather actually got into like how like in the cowboy movies, my my grandfather and my dad used to love watching Westerns. So like, you know how in the Westerns, like they, you know, they both pull out a gun and it's like whoever shoot first. They actually got into one of those. But my grandfather, he had a shotgun, and my brother, he had like a handhold, whatever. So at that time, because my grandfather was in his, you know, psychosis, right, with the brain damage that he got his gun taken, the shotgun. You know, he was not in his sound mind to have it, even have a shotgun, but because he was military, also just, you know, nobody is stepping to him to take that shit away. Like nobody's doing that. Like my grandmother was probably the only one that probably had the balls, other than my brother. I don't know. My dad, if he was there, but he wasn't at the time. So yeah. So he got his shotgun finally taken away. But that shit was crazy to me. So yeah, you could your grandfather or your great grandfather or some shit like that, they could have done favors, or they could have helped someone, or they could have like saved someone's life, or something like that. Just been a very good person to that person, and it's like now they're like helping you, or they're watching you, you know, in some type of way. Totally. I just learned about the Mormon mafia. What? They own In-N-Out Burger. Interesting. You learn something new every day. I mean, every culture has like their, you know, their shit. Like, you know, their secret society. I feel like. Avatar. Yeah, Cheetah Girls. So, you know what? I feel like you're mastering something out of everybody in this group, or everybody that is so-called like in this some of you guys, this is people in your family or people that you could be friends with. Fantastic Four. People with other people with gifts, basically. Out of everyone, you're the one that's mastering something. You're the one that's mastering all the elements. You're the one that's mastering every element in your chart. Like you know, you're successfully able to shapeshift. Just like how the Avatar, he had to master all four elements before he was able to actually like help the world or save the world in some type of way. But within him mastering those four elements, he actually also had to like fight battles, right? And fight like the opposite. Like he had to use that element that he had already mastered to combat um like the Fire Nation, whatever like that, right? So he had mastered a long lost ability that people lost access to. He was an airbender, and the airbenders were like eliminated. Some of you guys, you have access to a gift that has been long lost. You're like awakened. You have awakened an ancient gift, and it's in your bloodline. Wizard of Waverly Place. Something is in your bloodline, and I feel like for some of you guys, it's the gift of sight. With that air energy, is giving telepathy, telekinesis. It's giving communication, but through airwaves, okay? Something that you can do with your mind and with communication. All right? So it can definitely be telepathy. For some of you guys, it's like it's giving siren energy with singing, something they communicate. It could be public speaking. You can have like that ability I've been speaking of, that where you're able to speak and you're able to bring up people's subconscious whatever they're you know thinking in their subconscious. It's like you're able to speak it up, or you're able to help them remember something that is suppressed in their subconscious by you speaking. All right, or just by like, you know, you're just able to receive the messages and like, you know, relay it. This could definitely be mediumship as well. I don't feel like it's really that, because but it could definitely be a part of it. I don't feel like it's like that specific. I feel like it's a part of it though. So it's like you are the only one though that has mastered this or hasn't really fully embraced it. And you're encountering other females or other feminine energies. It doesn't have to be actual girls. You're encountering other energies, right? That have a form of this gift, and maybe they haven't mastered other aspects of it, right? And you have. And you could be also learning from those people, right? Interesting. Just very, very, very interesting. I send them songs to get through to them by lyrics. Wow. I got only 2 friends on the same level as me, trying to help a couple low vibe people. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make a drink. Okay, period. Breaking family curses and got some good angels looking over me. Parents both passed. Oh, wow, beautiful. Have you published any books, or do you plan to write any books? You have a very entertaining, a thrilling, and thought-provoking stories. I've thought about it. I really just need the time, to be honest. Right now, I'm storytelling on YouTube. Patreon is where I really get detailed with certain things. So if you're interested, you know what I'm saying, I definitely should. I used to write a lot of stories when I was little. I used to write like series, like series of stories, and it would be like all through my imagination. So I like, I wonder if I hope that I find some of them one day, because I'm pretty sure that I was very intuitive back then, and they could definitely be like actual stories that happened to people, or even me. Truth is a virtue, and I love truth even when it hurts. I can make trash look good. Okay, period. Yep, I got a big gab. We all got to teach each other. You are a gift, I can tell. Oh, thank you, Verissa. You are too. I love you guys. I'm gonna go pray and take my ass to sleep. Thank you guys for giving me your time, your energy, just, watching. If any of these messages resonate with you, don't forget to like the video so that other people can receive some messages too. And yeah, I just really enjoy you guys. I enjoy the feedback. I enjoy giving out these messages to you. Thank you so much for anyone that has given out donations or have tipped me in any type of way. Like the video, shared the video, book services with me, brought any spiritual products with from me, or I also sell some skincare products. I'm gonna re-up on my skincare products very soon, okay? But you guys do have the hair oil in stock, okay? Period. And it's magic. It's magical. Everything I do is magical. Period. Point blank. Everything I do, everything I put out is gonna be prayed over. It's gonna be, infused and co-created with God and my ancestors. And a lot of you guys are people that are meant to connect with me in order to kind of like amplify your gifts in some type of way. So I really hope to help you guys do that. Love you guys. Don't forget to click that link. Okay. Good night.